Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to all of you. How is everybody doing?
Waalaikumsalam. I'm fine, thank you, sir. And you?
I'm fine, thanks. Before we start off our lesson this morning, let's pray together. Okay, thank you. Is there anyone who can tell me what topic are we in today?
Electrolyte and non-electrolyte solution, sir.
Exactly. We will be learning about electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions. We have three goals today. First, students can explain the definitions of electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions. Secondly, students can mention the classifications of electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions. And finally, students can describe some properties of electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions. As a warming up, I would like to ask a question. Has anybody here experienced flood?
I have.
Now a follow-up question. Do you know that during flood, for safety reasons, it is advised to switch off electrical transformers?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
No, sir.
No.
No.
Yes.
Another follow-up question. Why?
Sir, I think water is an electrical conductor.
Yes. Now the main question is it only water that possesses such property? Are there any other solutions that exhibit a similar property?
I think that all solutions can be electrical conductors. In my opinion, not all solutions can be electrical conductor.
Smart.
This is interesting. Why do you think that not all solutions can be electrical conductors?
I have no idea, sir.
Anyone else? According to its conductivity, solution can be classified into two classes. There are electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions. Let's watch a video about electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions. As you are watching, I would like you to write down definitions of electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions. Now, who would like to share the definitions of electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions? Anyone?
Me, sir.
Electrolyte solution is a kind of solution that can conduct electricity. Non-electrolyte solution, on the other hand, is one that cannot conduct electricity.
Very good. Thank you, Rido. Does anyone have other definitions?
Gilang, sir, he said he would like to try.
Oh, I see. Gilang, did you want to share your definitions?
Dude, what the No, sir, I didn't. If I did, my definition were exactly the same as Rido's.
Okay then, Via, did you also pick up the same definition?
Yes, sir. Basically, electrolyte solution is one that conduct electricity, and non-electrolyte solution is one that doesn't.
Very good. How do we know if a solution conducts electricity? As we can see, when we use an electrolyte solution, the bulb is lit. On the other hand, if the bulb is not lit, it means that the solution we use doesn't conduct electricity. Electrolyte solution can further be divided into two types: strong electrolyte and weak electrolyte solutions. Let us observe and try to take a note of some of the characteristics of the two types solution. Now, who could help me identify one characteristic of strong electrolyte solution?
Sir, the characteristic of the electrolyte solution is there are many bubbles, light on, can conduct electricity well. That's all, sir.
Well, thanks for the opinion. Any other?
For weak electrolyte solution, it has fewer bubbles, the light are dim, and it's not good enough to conduct electricity.
Thanks, all the answers are correct. There is one more characteristic that nobody mentioned before. The electrolyte solution can be perfectly ionized. The term we use to describe the degree of ionization is alpha. The value of alpha is 1 if the electrolyte solution is perfectly ionized, as in the case of strong electrolyte solutions. Meanwhile, weak electrolyte solutions can partially be ionized, and therefore the value of alpha is bigger than 0 but less than 1.
May I ask you, sir,
Yes, sure, Rido.
what is ionization?
That's a good question. Ionization is the breakdown or decomposition of a substance in a solvent. For example, we have hydrochloric acid or HCl. When it is ionized, it will become H plus and Cl minus. Strong acids, strong bases and salts will be perfectly ionized because when dissolved into water, they'll be decomposed perfectly. No molecules of the compound remain. Next, who could guess characteristic of non-electrolyte solutions? Nobody? Fia? I'm sorry to put you on the spot. What do you think are some characteristics of non-electrolyte solution?
Well, sir, I think their characteristics are exactly the opposite of those of non-electrolyte solutions. So, if I'm correct, they don't conduct electricity. They show no bubbles when we put an electrode into them. Also, it won't light a bulb and it cannot ionize when dissolved into water.
Okay, thank you. Very good. Good reasoning. Fia, what do you think non-electrolyte solution cannot be ionized?
Because when it reacts with water, it cannot be decomposed into ion unlike the example you gave. They remain the same compounds.
That's right. For example, if we dissolve glucose into water, we cannot write the ionization reaction because glucose cannot be ionized. We need to write down glucose aqueous, which means glucose dissolves into water.
Sir,
Yes, Astrid?
I'd like to ask a question. What are some examples of electrolyte and non-electrolyte solutions?
Good question. Examples of electrolyte solutions are strong acid groups, strong bases, and salts, such as hydrochloric acid, hydrogen bromide, sulfate acid, sodium hydroxide, and more. For weak electrolyte solutions, for example, from weak acids and weak bases, such as acetic acid, carbonic acid, and ammonium hydroxide, and etc. As for non-electrolyte solutions, unionized. Thank you, and I will see you next week.
See you!
Sir.
Urea, glucose, sucrose, and ethanol. Now, let's go back to the questions I asked in the beginning of our lesson. Why do we need to switch off electrical transformer during flood? Fia, would you like to try?
Because the flood water can conduct electricity, it contains solutions that are electrolyte solutions.
Excellent. Next question. Do all kinds of solutions possess such property? Perhaps Lastri would like to try?
Not all solutions can conduct electricity. Only electrolyte solutions have such property.
Very good. Any other questions?
No,
No,
sir!
Very well. As your homework, I would like you to choose one compound that exists in our daily life and categorize it as either weak or strong electrolyte or non-electrolyte. Please provide your reason and write the ionization reaction. Thank you, and I will see you next week.
See you!